All right, today we're going to look at another game I just recently finished with a friend of mine. This game features a lot of just-in-time moves, right? So in chess, tempo it means time. Okay, so you have white starts with one tempo or a half tempi ahead, and so let's take a look at how critical it is to make the right move at the right time. So white starts out with the queen pawn opening, and both sides are just going to get active development, get their pieces out. So here white's got three central pawns. They're all safe and protected. It's fairly aggressive to get three pawns out there, but white's saying, I want control of the center, and black is okay with that at the moment. Now black makes a second move with the knight. Now this is kind of probably not the best move. The knight has a square out. The knight really doesn't have any squares, actually. I mean, it could land here if the queen wasn't guarding, but where is this knight going? Yes, there's two pieces now attacking the king pawn, but white can remedy that fairly easily. And white does with the queen, holds on to those squares. And black makes another move, pushing out towards the center. So this is a nice move here, attacking the center. Now we've got, but just one piece attacking there. White pushes. Sometimes this comes as a surprise to players. They're thinking, oh, if he takes, I take, he takes, I take. But there's not, you don't always have to take. And sometimes you can push in the case of pawns. Okay, all right, so now another interesting move. So this bishop moves out here. Now, both of these moves I thought weren't necessarily strengthening the position of white. Black. Your original thoughts as you start to play a game are get my pieces active, get my king to safety, then start to make a plan as you see how the setup looks. Here, these pieces have both moved twice, but they're not really doing a whole lot. Yeah, there's two pieces attacking this pawn, but we're going to defend it again right now. Well, not right now. First, we'll make a new threat. And where does the knight have to go? The knight doesn't have a lot of squares. Can't go here, could go back to its original square. Can't take, can't come in. So it's kind of limited. So the knight does retreat back to its original square. So now development is getting slowed up. Now white moves to protect that pawn. So sometimes dealing with a threat that your opponent makes is not, what you don't want to do is not defend, but make a more pressing threat. And that's sometimes the most active play. Okay, then white makes another pawn move. This is trying to vie for control of the center, but right now, black's king is in the center, and black has two pieces in the way of castling, so maybe opening up the center isn't the best idea. So white says, well, opening up the center is the best idea for me, so I'm going to do that. And black takes. White takes back. And now the center is going to be open. Those two black pieces, the white bishop over here and the knight, are really kind of out of play. Black takes, getting a piece out. White gets a bishop out and is ready to castle. Black brings the last knight out. So maybe we're going to get to equality here. And white brings their last piece out. So we've got the bishop, and it is pinning this knight. And this is a very easy and classic, strategy or tactic actually that will happen is this pin here. So it helps because it makes that knight not be able to move anywhere. So black doesn't like that, and black tries to kick that bishop off. Can you see right now what is a timely move for white? So white doesn't want to trade. That pin is great. White doesn't really want to retreat either, because if I do retreat, black could push this other pawn here, and then I'm locked out. The pin's over. But white has a great move to make right here, and that is this. So This check is fantastic. So this is the opening that white needed to start to secure a really lasting advantage. So there's a check here. The king is going to have to move, and this bishop is going to hold these pawns at bay. So black moves. Now this pin is even stronger. This pin is brutal because this knight can't move at all. The king's behind it, and if the king moves again, the queen's still behind it. Now black retreats. And these bishops are going to, I think they end up remaining here for the duration of the game, just holding in place black's position. Okay, now black, now this I thought was a really good move. I wasn't thinking he would make this move. I thought he might bring the bishop back. But the knight comes in, and the knight's got some nice squares to jump into here. So this, I thought about this for a little while, and I came up with this move. So this is a really important move in this game, and it forces a reply that doesn't get made. So what I mean is this rook is now pinning the bishop against the queen. So now the bishop can't move. Now, when you end up in pins, you'd like to unpin as quickly as possible because that pin can soon become double attacked or triple attacked. So black really needs to move that queen, but doesn't. Brings the another piece back. And I don't really know where this bishop is what it's thinking. I mean, yeah, protect this pawn here, but I don't know if there's time for that right now. And there really isn't, because black is now going to jump on that bishop with another piece. And here we go. So now the knight is free to go here. The bishop's no longer attacking that square. And now we're attacking this bishop twice. The bishop is defended twice, but by a queen and a king. So that bishop is going to be lost, it looks like. Black does a great move here. So blocking the rook from attacking the bishop, but white's got a knight on that square, and that knight wasn't doing a whole lot. So happy to trade off. And now we're going to come in with the rook, and we still maintain that pin and the double pressure. So now white threatens the pawn down here, but it's not as important as this. Attacking the queen, saying check, or not saying check, but grabbing a piece. And black decides to trade off. A rook and a knight are worth about the same as a queen, but when combined with that extra bishop, it's kind of overwhelming. So white takes back, black takes, and now white simply castles. It took a little while to get castled because castling can sometimes be the difference between making that one critical move or just getting your king to safety. Well, the king didn't need to get to safety until just now. And so now white is fully ready to engage in this game, up a piece, active play, and black simply resigns because white has a queen in place of a rook and active bishops, king's safety, and black's king is in the middle of the board. So this is a game about making the right move at the right time. So you always got to look around. Don't react to your opponent's threats. Make your own.